This is Chris Hansen.
Chad doing Rip City Radio here.
It's your favorite basketball player, Tyler Hansbrough.
This is Jamie Hudson.
This is TJ Houshmandzadeh.
And I'm going to let y'all know something.
Duke sucks and Duke will always suck.
You're listening to
It Just Makes Sense.
It Just Makes Sense.
You're listening to It Just Makes Sense.
With Braxton, Miguel, and Peter.
If you're looking for expert sports takes, look elsewhere.
We're back despite our better judgment. And yours, too.
But I've never seen him play. He does not look like a football player. He looks like George Costanza. He has the body of George Costanza.
Happy end of Fat Bear Week, guys. Congratulations to Chunk. If you've been tracking Fat Bear Week.
Honestly, ever since we uncovered the disgrace that Fat Bear Week had become. Because Fat Bear Week, that's like season 1 stuff.
That is. It was old. It might have been season... Maybe it was season 1.
I think
it might have been season 1.
I think Fat Bear Week, we were on that shit. Now everybody's like, oh, look how cute this is.
They manipulate the votes.
Little did they know the absolute disgusting discoveries that we made.
Yeah.
Is that really season 1 stuff?
Remind the people, Braxton.
So.
Remind the people about the reality of Fat Bear Week.
It's rigged.
Yeah. Back to you, Jim.
The capitalists got their grubby fingers on Fat Bear Week, and it's all a ploy for marketing and advertising. The Bears don't even exist. It's all AI.
Ooh, he's accusing them of AI.
There's no such thing as bears, people.
There's no such thing as bears.
The
Get your head out of your
tinfoil
fucking
hat
ass.
is coming out.
Yeah. But, there was no upset because, well, apparently Chunk has always been a big favorite of the Fat Bear Weeks. I would like to point your attention to, though, of a major upset at the Virginia State Fair in which fat pigs.
Oh, I thought you were going to say husband calling.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Fat pigs were racing, and there was one pig that was very much in the lead. But as you can probably surmise where I'm going with this, he loses his lead. Listen to the woman in the background. She's my favorite. There's the owner. He's kissing his wife. Donald has stopped. Donald has stopped the
how
big
slow
pig.
they're going on a race.
Donald has stopped at the 1 yard line. And now the owner he's yelling at his pig.
He's just standing there.
The upset of the century. Donald just stops at the 1.
Dude, imagine that.
Look at that guy. He kind of looks like you.
The pig? That's rude. That's kind of a rude thing to say, dude.
No, look at that guy. Is that not Braxton? Were you at the Virginia State Fair in those glasses?
God damn it.
That is you.
Dude,
That
man,
side
you see him?
profile
a
is
man
you.
tries to get away
Side
and enjoy a
profile is
pig race
Absolutely you.
in private.
That's him.
Dude, you got to do a screenshot of that on the episode.
Do a side by side. We got to get you those glasses.
I have them.
You have a second life in which you race pigs in Virginia.
Guys, I don't want to talk about it.
The number of people we've run into over the years that's looked like you.
Yeah.
You guys just think any guy with brown hair and a red beard looks like me.
That's easy
Wears
for you to say, but
hats.
we have photos
That's
of
that guy.
everyone that we've run into that looks like you, and it's like mere fucking image.
I didn't realize this until I started playing.
Remember
it,
the
so-
dude from Cider Mill at the Christmas party?
I do remember
Your
that.
fucking twin, and then this guy looks just like you.
Yeah. I mean, you've done the flow in the back there with the
Yeah.
little mullet, so.
It's true. Guilty as charged.
Wow. What would you name a pig if you had a pig? Would you name it like something ironic like bacon, or would you really go with like Donald, which is
crispy bacon?
crispy bacon? Yeah.
No. I would probably just name him Greg.
Greg.
Yeah.
He's old Greg.
Imagine the dark cloud in this event where at the end, at the finish line, there's people with machetes and a seasoning tray. As soon as the race is over,
The loser,
you
right.
can kill them,
Wow.
dress them, and put them in the oven
Just
or the fryer.
pork belly burnt ends.
Yeah.
Coming
Yeah.
up.
The
Someone just has Sweet Baby Ray's ready to squeeze at the end. Fucking terrible.
Yeah. Let's see. Juan Magoo, you missed yourself a kids gathering with
heard.
the
It was something.
a little scavenger
It
hunt.
was pretty cute.
A little. Whose idea was it to give us those little fireball shots with the Blazin Apple or whatever? Was that?
I mean,
Was
it
that a
was
you?
all Jara's idea.
Oh well. Not
the fireball's
Jared had a
his. The
lot
fireball
of
was his.
okay. Jared had a lot of great
It
ideas.
wasn't.
The Blazin Apple Fireball. Shout out to Fireball for sponsoring our live show a couple years ago. Not your best work with the Blazin Apple.
Yeah, the apple is not good.
Not
Do you
the
guys
play.
just like order those mini shots, like, because you have them all the time, or you just have
Honestly,
a ton of them?
have a box of them?
Anytime I go to the liquor store, they're always there at the checkout.
Yeah.
And I think it's $5 for 10
It's
shots.
a tremendous upsell. Yeah.
And I mean,
It's like you're losing money if you don't get 'em.
Honestly,
it's the
it
Krispy
is.
Kreme light.
it is. So yeah, and I mean, usually, at least nowadays, it seems that when we're drinking, it's either around football or it's a little bit cold,
Yeah.
which Fireball is great
Warms the tummy.
in both situations because it is the spirit of football, if you did not know that.
For the scavenger hunt for the children, was it turned into a competition? Was there a winner, or was it like just go and do the hunt?
No.
It was very well put together. Jared did a great job.
I asked because I was gonna try and guess the winner.
Oh, it was a kid thing.
Right? No, not you guys, but I was gonna guess which kid won.
Oh,
If
I mean, it would
was
be
like-
pretty easy. But
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah, it was Brody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He found every
Has
one of
to
them.
be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The,
I mean,
the other kids were along for the ride. Yeah.
Calvin the Bruiser really fucking turned it on.
I mean,
Took his
Calvin
shirt
was
off.
doing his best.
Golly.
But no, Jared did a great job. The kids seem to have loved it. They all got a treasure, and then there was a bag that was marked parents, and there was the shots in there for us, which was a great surprise.
Yes.
It was
It's
wonderful.
like the new version of icing someone. You're just gonna put the smearing off ice in there.
Yeah.
You said the Fireball is the spirit of football, which, by the way, we have now trademarked, so don't steal that.
Yeah.
However, I do want to go ahead and shit on LeBron James real quick, because in the spirit of basketball, he had his Decision 2.0, and he turned it into a Hennessy ad, which was very easy to see that it was going to be some sort of a advertising marketing play, because you didn't recognize the person asking the questions. He says Decision 2.0, and he comes out with his own Hennessy brand.
Who do you really blame on this one? LeBron James for throwing such a look at me type event, or the people that fell for it?
Yeah.
It's like at some point it's like you have to take accountability for this shit.
Yeah.
You can't be mad because you fell for it, because apparently there's like people that bought tickets, which he's rich.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going for like people's money, but there's like people that bought tickets, or I don't know if this was like pay-per-view or live
Well,
audience.
I think it was just a commercial. I don't
Well, they're saying that people were pissed because they spent money on it. Like they
maybe
bought
that's
tickets
true.
thinking it was a retirement decision, that he was going to announce like a farewell tour.
Oh, you know what I think
or
people are
something.
mad about is that the final regular season game of the Lakers, the Lakers final home game of the regular season this year shot up from like $80 to like over $400. Maybe that's where people were swindled. I think that's where the ticket thing comes into
Oh,
play.
that makes more sense.
That people were like, oh, now all of a sudden I got to get those tickets to the final home game so I
Yeah.
can see his last game. And then it's just turns out to be a Hennessy ad. I think that's where that comes in. But again, then you go, okay, it was you lean into the fact, like you said, of you have the Hennessy. They must have had to pay premium for the decision, like, concept, because you can't do it like a third time or a fourth time. But that's it. Not a fan.
Hennessy is not, at least like on our side, it is not the liquor you think about anymore.
No.
Today. Do you know what this does to their sales? Like, this is fucking insane. Like,
NBA players love Hennessy.
but this has to be like, with his face and his brand on it, it's gonna jump up sales like
it's
fucking
gonna be huge,
crazy.
yeah. And they will get their money's worth for sure. However,
but it's like a perfect example of, you know, like getting fat from McDonald's and suing McDonald's. Like, to me, like, if you're mad about it, then don't watch it, and then you're pissed that you watched it because you fell for it.
Well, I didn't fall for it,
but also, you don't really have to watch anything anymore, because you can just, you know, just like even the Logan Paul boxing and all that shit, I'll just wait for the results or highlights on Instagram.
Sure,
because that's really easy to see now.
Yeah.
Indeed. I felt that you guys did not appreciate the video of a 1,700-pound pumpkin being dropped from a crane 100 feet or more and then exploding into a small kids pool or whatnot.
I mean, it was cool.
No reaction. However, we will play it here. You see, like, ooh, look, and then boom.
You know,
see, everyone is just riveted by this content.
You know,
Yeah.
you have all of society to blame for that, not any of us.
What do you mean?
Because nothing like there's
That's not
nothing
cool.
that shocks people anymore.
That's not a
Yeah,
fun thing.
You
know what I
see that several times a day.
Yeah, like,
Okay.
like we're not.
I've never seen that before.
I mean, this is the bad thing. We're like desensitized from that stuff anymore, because we're seeing shocking shit every day.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, cool. Maybe if it was a 3,000-pound pumpkin.
Yeah. What if it were?
really has taken away the value of,
Shock and awe.
well, I guess a better way of saying it is that the value of seeing something in person is that much higher, because you can see anything you want, any crazy thing on the internet. But did you see it with your own two eyes?
Yeah, I think that's
saying
If
something.
I'm watching that, do I think it's cool? Yes. But right before that, I just watched 3 inches of Parmesan cheese get shaved off of somebody's foot.
Oh no.
And that was incredible. So it's like, what's next?
I'm literally drooling from the pus that I just watched come out of somebody's
Gosh,
thigh.
it's so gross. But I mean, like, okay, so in two things. Number one, dudes love like ice getting broken videos and
Those are nice.
rocks getting thrown into water or down a hill or something like that. This felt like it had the same vibe. But I think to your point, when you say that, like, oh, you know, like having the experience and seeing it with your own two eyes, especially with the insurgence of like how crazy videos have gotten in AI, which is just like so jumping the shark over the top that you just go, this is wild. And that, yeah, to have that experience. What was funny is that I thought I'm going to do a dual thing. So I had my phone here to record the pumpkin, and then I went like this, and I was recording my son, who was sitting behind me, to be like, his eyes are going to light up, and it's going to be like
were you
Christmas.
there?
Yes, that was my...
Oh, I thought you were just sharing a fucking video online.
No, that was me. I saw that was my video.
No, I thought you were just sharing a video online
Like,
that you
look at
found.
this cool pumpkin, guys.
That was
Yeah,
me. I
like-
was at that. I
was
saw
like,
the
we
video of the
share
pumpkin.
7 to 10 videos all day. What's the big deal?
Right. No, that was my pumpkin. I saw the
Where
pumpkin.
was that?
That was in Jervis. It was kind of near Adelman, the peanut.
Jervis.
It
Oh,
was-
I had no idea that was live.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were there.
Yeah, indeed. So
I did-
before we went to Braxton's...
That kind
little-
of supports the argument of why you were disappointed. I thought I was like, it's a fucking video. Who cares?
Yeah, it was my video.
Last year, my nephew's birthday is on Halloween, and we very often will go to like a pumpkin patch for his birthday. And last year we went to one where they had pumpkin cannons.
Snap. Nice.
Have you seen those? Because that's fucking cool.
I've seen the old-timey slingshots where they, like, will throw...
catapults.
Yeah, something like that.
I mean,
So-
slingshots can also be dangerous, and the number of people that have with that ricochets and fucking slams you in the face.
Yeah, like the ones you've seen on, what was that, Greatest Race, or what is the...
Amazing Race?
Amazing Race, yeah, where, like, the watermelon comes back and hits her in the face. But, yeah, so anyway, so now let me just close the loop on Brody looking at
Oh, yeah,
the
sorry, go
pumpkin.
ahead.
No, totally fine. And so I've got it, and I look at the video afterwards, just no reaction.
Couldn't care less.
Could not. Like, I think that he was fascinated by it, but it was like nowhere, like no emphasis, nothing in the face.
Well,
so.
he does watch that like science dude on, I forget his name, but his content is just that kind of shit all the time.
Yeah.
It's just like, watch me explain to you how I can mix these chemicals.
He's like the Mr. Beast of science and for
yeah,
kids.
I mean, he is Bill Nye for this generation.
Yes, exactly. That's probably a more apt comparison.
He's like, I've
than
watched
anything.
Bluey build an entire building.
Yeah. Well, anyways.
Pumpkins?
So now you know. Now you know that was my video.
Where's Jervis?
Jervis is kind of like
You weren't in Eastern Oregon, were you?
No.
It's right above Kaiser.
like you,
like around where the peony
by the peony by
Brooks.
Adelman.
Oh,
Yeah,
Brooks
yeah.
Jervis.
Brooks Jervis.
There you go.
Yeah.
You found it.
Ricky Gervais.
Yeah, so right around there. It was probably like 5-10 minutes away from the peony place. So that's that. Anyways, no one cares about my video.
What other random towns can we name along the I-5?
Sublimity.
Ooh, Cottage Grove.
on I-5.
Yeah.
I thought it was just going to be all over
Grants
Oregon. I don't
Pass.
know maps.
Sure, yeah. Shampooey Park is not a city, but yeah.
Weed, California.
Weed, sure. Yeah.
Any others?
Well, I mean, there's boring
Reading?
Oregon, but not.
If we were going to weed, wouldn't Reading be on
Yeah,
I-5?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Eureka?
Ever heard of Klamath
Eureka.
Falls?
Eureka.
To Klamath Falls! To Eureka! Hurrah! That's us. Welcome to It Just Makes Sense.
Name 5 Eastern Oregon cities.
I'm not okay. Baker City, Pendleton. That's as far as it goes. Hermiston. Shout out Hermiston.
Pendleton, John Day,
John Day. John Day's that's Eastern.
Umatilla.
Sure. Got him. Anything else?
Nope. Wrap it up.
All right. Anyone give a shit about Bill Belichick and UNC? No, that's what I thought. That was
Is he the highest paid college coach?
no.
no.
Is he in the
doubt it.
top 10?
I don't know.
They paid him a lot of money, right?
I think they paid him well, but I don't think it was like
Did
highest
they
ever.
pay him enough
I don't
for
recall
this
that.
for their performance to be?
It was a 1-year contract.
Really? It was?
Yeah.
Okay. How about that?
Yeah, I think that I do recall that was kind of the odd thing, was that he wanted a short-term contract and he wanted the ability. There was a clause in the contract that if he got an offer from an NFL team, he could break the contract.
Do you think
Interesting.
they would
All right.
be in a better position if he wasn't dating the 17-year-old?
Absolutely.
You think she's a distraction, getting in the way?
You can literally time the downfall of Bill Belichick with the same timeline of him meeting her and them having a relationship.
Why is she allowed in the sideline to be in his ear and do all of that?
It's not great.
It's one of the greater mysteries there.
Well, and I mean, I couldn't have. I mean, I was pretty high on him. How can you not be, though? That's the thing. It's Bill Belichick coming into a college situation.
But we all saw the final years of the Patriots, and we're wondering where things were going.
I mean, but he's still the greatest coach of all time.
Yeah,
you
they're
think
part of the
he
dynasty
can
side of
put together a
things.
winning season in the ACC.
Right. I mean, especially in the ACC.
Exactly.
Again, when you talk about turning people over and the 80 some odd new guys that he had on the team plus a brand new, it's no wonder that the guy was gonna not do
you think he gets another chance if there's like a more experienced roster coming back next year? You think they give him a shot, or do you think this is it?
I mean, they fired him, right?
No,
not yet.
Not yet. Unless you have breaking news for me.
I mean, I feel like they're going to.
I mean, have you seen something like try to take off and then explode? Don't answer that. There's NASA things.
I'm pretty
there
sure
are literal spaceships.
One of the Apollo missions didn't go so well.
So think that, but football. That's very insensitive. I'm so sorry.
It's televised to America.
Yeah.
Some of those families are still alive.
Oh, man. My bad. My bad to all your family
Insert
members.
Peter's apology video here.
Yeah, let's
continue.
Cut to commercial.
The PR team is putting together an apology letter.
No, I mean, it's a pretty abysmal kind of crash and burn.
Yeah.
I will say I kind of respect basically just hiring all of his sons and guys that were like, you know, his guys, and like half the Lombardi family, and just saying, hey, let's all just move out to North Carolina and take over the program there, and we'll just kind of chill. Like, you know, if that was the plan, they're doing great. And I can respect that move.
Yeah, right now people are calling UNC an unstructured mess and a toxic environment. So, yeehaw.
Sounds fun.
I kind of like to see, like, I'd like to believe it would be different if the super young girlfriend didn't exist and wasn't a part of his life, and if he had a roster he could work with. If we would see what you would expect from that football mind, like maybe a 10-1 or a 9-2 or something like that.
You know what's wild too is that one of the latest reports is that Bill Belichick is preventing UNC social media from acknowledging Drake May and how like his performance. You know, I think what was it, Sunday Night Football, where Drake May puts on this incredible performance against the Bills. They win that game, and you're expecting like UNC to be like, that's our guy. Nothing. Or very little, if anything. So, very petty.
Not good.
Yep. UNC falling apart is always a good thing.
Yeah, that's right. I know.
Not for Bill. I like Bill Belichick a lot. But
yeah. What was supposed to be billed as one of the best games of the weekend, Miami, Florida State. Miami seemed to own that game, except for that 19-point onslaught put on by Florida State at the end. But it felt like it was Miami's the majority of that game. But I think that the one that I do want to get to, two games, obviously, Penn State and Texas v. Florida. Penn State loses to a unranked, winless UCLA Bruins team that had no head coach.
Did you see them trying to rush the field with nobody there?
It's like 15 people.
Yeah.
It's like 10 ants.
And they all those people got like tackled and arrested. And
what a sad Rose Bowl sight.
I was like, what's Rick Neuheisel doing on the sidelines? Turns out it was his son, former quarterback himself of the UCLA Bruins, Jerry.
Well, and their head coach had just gotten fired.
Correct, yes.
And he is the interim, and it's his first time being on the sideline calling plays.
Right, yeah. So and he's the offensive coordinator now. He's not the interim head coach. He's the offensive coordinator.
Oh, okay.
New OC that got restructured.
Okay,
I
gotcha.
don't know if there's any part of Oregon fans that might feel torn about this, because first of all, if you're a Penn State fan, this is one of the best things that could happen, because this might be the out for James Franklin to be gone.
Sure, yeah. If you're looking,
So
at James Franklin,
I'm like, okay, this might be the last straw. Like, let's put somebody else. in there.
I say you take your opportunity and punch your ticket.
Yeah,
Because
they're out of the top 25.
They're gonna be that same powerhouse. They're gonna get the same recruits, but maybe having a different person run that whole organization, maybe this is going to push them to make a change. But if you are the team, Oregon, that beat them, so there's two ways that you could look at it. You could look at it as like, we broke their spirit.
Yeah.
I mean,
We broke them.
They fell apart as soon as we fucking beat them in their house. Or do you look at it like, I don't know if this is 100% a good thing, because when you get to the end, one of your wins against the number 2 or number 3 team, who's now unranked with a losing record, how is that going to be looked? Because whether it's fair or not, they're going to look at it. We're like, oh, you beat somebody that was top 3, and then now they're 4-6.
Yeah.
And they're not ranked.
I still think that Oregon's win, I mean, obviously is very impressive still. And I think that one, just on its face, 98 or 90, whatever times out of 100, Penn State's going to win this game. But I think that what James Franklin, those guys said was we didn't come back well from this loss. It wasn't like, oh, they just outplayed us today, full stop. It was with the qualifier, we didn't respond well after this loss.
The
They
only
broke our
point of
spirit.
concern that where I'm coming from is we all know that the committee is fucking garbage.
Yeah.
So sometimes when they get to the end, they are looking at this hat and they're trying to pull whatever they can to justify whatever decision they're going to make. And it could be one of your 2 losses just wasn't good enough. It could be your one of your wins is not as impressive anymore, right? Because we can't trust what decision they're going to make. They have proven to the fans over and over that they're going to make at least 1 or 2 bad decisions at the end of this.
Well, yeah, I mean, now at this point, Penn State could be a 4-loss team. They still have number 1 Ohio State, and they have number 7 Indiana, currently number 7 Indiana, which we will talk about.
Who's to say that you can, when you're relying on preseason rankings, right? It takes one board member to be like, these fuckers were overrated to begin with. They shouldn't have been in the top 5 to begin with. And they're going to use that against a team like Oregon and be like, these guys weren't top 3. You saw that. They got fucking dismantled that second half of the season.
Well, it really comes down to that. How does Penn State respond? If they just continue to kind of tuck their tail and
how does Oregon play the rest of the season? Where if
first
you
of all,
dominate everyone,
don't put yourself in that position to be in that conversation. I mean, if you win out, then that's not a problem.
Sure.
But again, it's really just dependent. If this is the sign of what's to come for Franklin and Penn State, then it becomes somewhat of a worthless win. You know what I mean?
There are tons of programs that would, one, not have tolerated this type of coaching performance to this point, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen that plenty where you can't beat the rival or you can't win in the big game, you're gone. But now, in back-to-back weeks when you lose, and then you lose to not just a decent team. You're talking about as out to sea without a paddle as a team gets. Despite the fact that there's a team that's playing for nothing and you have to suit up and still play the game, they put up 42 points on you.
Yeah. It's not a good look.
Yeah. It's
brutal. And even there's to come out and to be admittant about the fact that, oh yeah, we just didn't respond well from last week. They really beat us down. You just being comfortable putting that out into the ether.
That's even crazier.
Is also where is your mentals at?
Yeah,
I did not prepare.
That's what I was gonna say. Is it's not I have not been. It's not I'm not a fan. I never minded James Franklin. Yeah, he couldn't win big games, but I liked him. I liked him a lot. But this loss to UCLA, this was 1,000% on him.
Yeah,
because you have the skilled, you have a more skilled team on paper, but there's a lot of, if you want to call it pep talks or whatever that you do to their mental state coming off of an Oregon loss and going into a below average team, this should have been 73-7 and then forgotten. But this is all on him. This is not on the players at all.
This was your get right, take out your aggression on make no mistake about it type of performance.
Yeah.
And
because your season is nowhere near over going into that game.
No, yeah.
You lose to
you had so much more to play for.
An Oregon team that's probably, going to have a bye in the playoffs. That's a fine loss to have when it comes down to, the committee making those decisions.
You could be a 3-loss team and have competed strongly against Oregon, Ohio State, and Indiana,
and this is where you
still get in.
This is where you see the difference between some of the other teams that are well coached or just have a person that is better than Franklin, because they could have dealt with that loss against Oregon at home. They could have beaten Ohio State and won out, and then meet Oregon again in the Big Ten championship. No one would give a shit about that loss in the whiteout anymore.
Yeah.
Now you get your revenge tour. Now you could be in the fucking playoff. But it's all mental. And they dropped it big time against UCLA because this is a huge red mark for the rest of the fucking season.
Yeah, and now they're out of the top 25. That's crazy, right? I mean, it's not crazy, but it's like it is like to see that sort of collapse in such a dramatic, quick period of time.
I mean, that's a really bad loss. And again, to just come out and be like, "Yeah, Oregon fucked us. We're still thinking about it."
Yeah, that is as damning as the loss itself.
Yeah,
that is
not good.
That compounds this loss from like one of the worst to just a
you're fired,
career defining loss.
Yeah.
That really puts nails in the coffin there. Let's see, Texas and Florida. The Longhorns go into the swamp and lose.
We always knew it.
Yeah,
about Florida.
We always knew that Florida was right there.
We were on it from the beginning,
beat
boys.
One of the best teams.
Losses do they have? Just one?
Texas 2.
Florida losses
3.
Yeah.
Oh,
Florida win.
I thought they have a chance still.
No, it's been not so good for Florida.
Week 1, we were like, if Florida can really make something.
They've lost 3.
Florida beat Long Island, and then they lost to South, which I didn't even know Long Island had a team, which is 55-0 there. Lost to South Florida, lost to LSU, lost to Miami, then played Texas, number 9. And I mean, it's crazy how just bad Texas is. And I remember, I'm not going to shit on Walsh's take here saying, oh, I think Texas is going to be fine, blah, blah, blah. He also said maybe watches a little bit more NFL. I mean, it's to see this type of collapse by Texas as well after seeing what they put up in week 1 and how it's kind of looked subsequent weeks is not
his
shocking.
take,
not looked
his
good.
take isn't wrong though, because the take is coming from this is such a skilled team from top to bottom.
Sure.
In every position,
They're just not putting it together.
In every position, these are NFL players, but it shows you the importance. And this is the part where I kind of feel bad for him. It shows you the importance, both in the NFL and in the college, how important it is to have a quarterback. And the thing is, us included, everyone in the media have talked about Arch Manning like the second coming because he's a Manning. But this fucking kid is still a sophomore.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to make an excuse for him, but just because he had 2 good games stepping in for Quinn Ewers last year, all of a sudden he's Josh Allen coming in this season. He's just a Manning. That's what it is. And he's showing you flashes, but he's still young. And he's not even at the same point that some of his teammates are in, like NFL ready. He's not even college ready. Yeah, I feel bad that he has that kind of that expectation that he's not even anywhere close to meeting right now.
And it is unfortunate because the college game, because of the transfer portal, it has become a win now. Like if you're a quarterback that wants to see the field and you go to a program like Texas, that no matter what your name is, you're going to have that pressure to perform. And it's unfortunate. I wonder if because of who he is, how long that leash is, because it hasn't looked great. No doubt about it.
Yeah, 5 interceptions so far.
People putting an apology tour for Sark. Like, we understand why you didn't want to play him over Quinn Ewers last year.
Yeah.
He's like, he deserves an apology for people shitting on him for not playing Arch Manning.
That's not total. So Texas falls out. Their remaining schedule, if I can pull that up very quickly, includes Oklahoma. So Oklahoma keeps on. You know, they dominated in this past week against a nobody.
Is that without their QB?
They don't have their quarterback. I don't know if he's going to be back yet. But that game, the Texas Oklahoma, will go up against the Oregon and Indiana game.
So Texas wins that game, they're back in the top 25.
Yeah, I mean,
they'll
like,
always
they're
find
back
reasons for these guys
for
to be
sure.
back.
Yeah.
I mean, Notre Dame has never left the top 25.
But then they have Kentucky, Mississippi State. Mississippi State had a
Frisky.
pretty I mean, like, they had a good record, but then they did not play well against A&M.
No.
Then there's Vanderbilt, ranked. Number 10, Georgia, Arkansas, and then
That was a great fucking game.
and then
dude.
number 5.
That
Texas
Diego
A&M.
Pavia kid is for real.
Remember I brought him up?
First time I heard about him
Remember
was
that one
from
time?
you.
Yeah.
But I've never seen him play.
That was when we were at the lake.
Yeah. You were like, it starts with a D. It's a transfer. It starts with a D. And I found somebody else that, like, transferred from a different
Yeah, because
school.
I said UNLV and it was New Mexico.
Sure.
But I've never seen him play.
He is a lot of fun.
He does not look like a football player.
No.
He looks like George Costanza. He has the body of George Costanza. But fuck, man, this kid is a fucking player. He is so good.
He's like
He's a lot of fun.
That I would say the top 2 games this weekend was Vanderbilt, Alabama, and that Washington game.
yeah.
Dude,
How is Washington not ranked? I mean, like, I don't want to give them too much stuff,
It's
but I
far,
mean, like,
I think it's better, but I'm pretty sure they were down 24-0. I think they won 27-24.
yeah.
I forget who the opponent was, but Jesus Christ, these guys did not go away.
I think they got that smashing they took from Ohio State.
Yeah.
They lost by fucking 6, right?
No.
No, it was 24-7 was that.
Oh, the final score.
Yeah. An interesting fact, which I'm sure you both knew. So Purdue lost this weekend 43-27 to Illinois. Purdue has never won a game the week that Taylor Swift has put out a new album. So,
What a fucking stat.
I mean,
Who keeps track of this?
yeah. Every
Purdue-
time that Taylor Swift has released an album in the fall, and Purdue has played, they have lost.
Even
that
in
game.
Drew Brees' years?
Yeah.
listen.
I don't know.
I don't
when
think
Drew
she
Brees,
was
Yeah.
putting music out there.
I don't think so. But
Also, Purdue loses a lot.
yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot of things that
That's-
happen
yes,
every
indeed.
time Purdue
Do you,
loses.
you Swifties have that much time that there's one Swiftie/Purdue alum that is keeping track of this?
Yeah.
I'm
I
sure.
don't know, and maybe it was just happenstance that someone came up with that stat, but so true. My Iowa State Cyclones lost this weekend. That was quite the bummer, but anyways.
Yours?
You know. Okay, so let's talk about this game, the Oregon-Indiana game. Obviously, you have a good quarterback there with Indiana. Possibly, I mean, when you're thinking about the Heisman Trophy, with Arch Manning kind of taking the dive and everything, a lot of people are saying this is this week, but the Oregon-Indiana game is really gonna catapult someone to the heights of the Heisman Trophy race. And I wondered, how do you guys feel about that?
I don't think this game deserves any hype at all.
Why?
I think it's like someone promoting a fight just to get viewers, just to get ratings. I don't think, even though they're ranked and they have won quality games, I don't think Indiana has faced a team like Oregon coming up to this, and I don't think this is going to be as much of a battle as people are expecting it to be, or at least I can't blame people for wanting to see a good game, but I don't think this is going to be like the Oregon-Penn State type battle.
You think that Oregon covers
I think
by...
Oregon wins this by minimum 2 touchdowns.
Are you reverse psychologying this, or are you
No,
actually?
that's
you're
my
being
actual. That's my actual
serious?
take.
Yeah.
I don't think Indiana. I think because you're seeing a 3 versus what, a 9, 7. I think that's the pull, but I don't think this is the 7 that you are facing that you think is going to be an actual 3-7 game. I think it's minimum a 14-point game.
Fernando Mendoza, the quarterback for Indiana, has 16 touchdowns against 1 interception, 197.8 quarterback rating, 73% completion again with 1,200 yards.
Where is it?
It's in Oregon. It's at
at
Eugene.
Austin.
No fucking.
Austin.
Let's say
It's at
21.
Austin.
Austin's
I'll say 3 touchdowns. If it was
3
an
touchdowns.
if it was
Here's the thing. I don't want to underestimate Indiana. I forget their new coach's name who came over from JMU. Signetti, thank you.
Yeah.
And he's good. I mean, he took JMU to a winning record. I think they were undefeated the last year that he was there.
Indiana was a surprise last year.
Yeah, they
Got
were in the playoffs.
stomped, but yeah.
That's
so
my point.
Yeah, but I don't want to underestimate them.
That's the right take. Is you don't underestimate them as a fan of the other team, but really, if you're basing it off of last year, they did not play anyone until they got stomped.
Yeah.
And the first quality team that they played, they got fucking annihilated.
Yeah.
And that's where I see this going.
And we
week 6,
in
week 7.
my heart of hearts, you took the words out of my mouth.
And
it's a 14-point win.
And we've seen what Dan Lanning has done with his pregame speeches and to get guys ready.
Yeah, he
for
doesn't
these
play for
types
clicks.
of games.
He does not.
Dante Moore, 14 touchdowns against 1 interception and 1,210 yards. So he's got a little bit more passing by 2.
Is Dante gonna win a Heisman?
Put him on Mount Rushmore, right?
Next to Kenny Lofton,
Yeah.
the guy who's never played baseball or football before.
That's the question. If Dante Moore wins a Heisman in kind of a weaker Heisman year, does that springboard him into one of the
No chance.
I mean, well, if he wins a national championship, you can't deny it.
I think you could make more of a case of putting him higher in the rankings for a national championship that you would for Heisman. Think about how many Heisman winners you can't name in certain years. Think about how many Heisman winners have done it because it's a weaker crew or whatever. But if he won the Heisman this year and you are a fucking Oregon fan and you think that this guy is above Mariota, you think this guy's above Joey Harrington, you think this guy's above fucking even I would go wild card and say if you think he's better than Darren Thomas, you're fucking insane.
I love Darren Thomas.
Darren Thomas. Fucking Royce Freeman. Let's go out of position.
Yeah.
You could put so many Oregon guys on Mount Rushmore before he's even considered.
Remotely.
Yeah.
It would be
a national championship. You have to.
That would be the craziest.
You have to.
National championship. He jumps.
He's Mount Rushmore.
He jumps 7 or 8 guys.
Yeah, I mean you absolutely.
And I
have
wouldn't
to.
be mad if someone's like number 4 on Mount Rushmore. It's not that crazy.
The great thing about Mount Rushmore is their heads are all the same level. You know what I mean?
And what's crazy?
It's not
Same playing field. There.
Yeah.
What's
dude.
wild too is think that by all senses, Oregon was we were thinking going to be good, but I don't think we were thinking that they were going to be at this juncture. Maybe I could be wrong. But they have a more favorable schedule this year, and in what some have considered, I don't want to call it a rebuilding year, but a retooling year.
This is not
or
a
something.
retooling year. That doesn't exist anymore.
Anyway, so
every year is a retooling.
But their hit rate on the transfer portal has been great. They've had some really good.
Absolutely.
And then
also but you have to understand too, you can't really take you can't have a take of a rebuilding year, first of all, in NIL world anymore. That's ridiculous. But this is the same high that you guys feel when you win your natty in the regular season. This is the same high that you felt in the win in Columbus. This is the same high you're feeling fresh off of a Penn State whiteout win. So
I think the thing,
Let's hit the Meineke brakes.
Yeah.
Dude, like real quick.
and shout out our sponsor, Meineke.
Shout out Meineke. Yeah.
I tend to agree with that point, Miguel, because I think that's a very classic thing to do as an Oregon fan, is just get a little head of the skis. However, I will say, before we move on, the thing that just makes me feel a little bit different is there doesn't really seem to be a big bad wolf. And when you look around the room and you don't see the big bad wolf, does that mean you are the big bad wolf?
The big bad wolf.
And that's concerning, because Oregon historically does not do well in that position. So I don't know.
I think Mike.
It's exciting but scary.
Who's the Florida State coach? Norvell.
Mike Norvell.
So after
yeah.
they lost to Miami, he did a post-game interview, and I think he hit the nail right on the fucking head. And the take of, like, there's not one that's running away with it right now. And you know exactly the teams that we would normally consider.
Yeah.
But when they lost to Miami, his point was, when we beat Alabama week 1, they're like, it's not the same Alabama.
Sure.
But then Alabama goes on a run, and they're like, that's Alabama. I mean, this shit changes week after
Yeah.
week. Because then now we're looking at an Alabama team who's dominating everyone. They're like, what do you expect? It's fucking Alabama, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. And like, if these powerhouse programs are losing, they're like, yeah, it's not the same. But then Georgia, Alabama, these guys start winning. They're like, well, that's what we expect. So it's like, there might not be a big bad wolf now, but we get to fucking week 9, and you're like, oh shit, I'm scared of Georgia again.
Right.
I'm scared of Michigan or Ohio State
Well,
again.
and much to the chagrin of Duck fan, Mario Cristobal's Miami Hurricanes and the U might be part of that big bad wolf
Yeah, absolutely.
crew right now. Discussion.
I want him to be, but I think they're still. I think Carson Beck's in the conversation, but you have seen him go like peaks and valleys.
Yeah.
Where like technically they could win every game by 40, but somehow they Buffalo Bill this shit and they're like play to the level of their fucking opponent, and they're like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Put a bow on the Oregon-Indiana game if we're looking at the betting lines. Oregon, a 7.5 point favorite at home with the over-under at 55.5. If you are taking the money line, that's Oregon minus 280 plus 230 for the Hoosiers.
By the way,
I wish it was higher.
Miguel.
Like that's not like, you can't even bet that 7.5 at home. That's stupid.
Yeah. He doesn't
Give me
like
20.
it. Yeah.
Peter texted me and said, hey, you want to go to the game?
I was just like, hey, let's go to the game.
It's like, who do you think we are?
Important celebrities.
It's coming Saturday.
Yeah.
Why not?
Well, first of all, we both have children now.
Yes, that's true.
Second
Yeah,
of
bunch
all,
of kids
Fuck them
at
kids.
fuck them kids. Second of all, it's college game day.
Yeah.
It's a top 10 matchup. It's
Correct.
going to be
Even more of a reason to go. You'll
Yeah,
see
why not?
Kirk Herbstreit and Peter, the fucking dog.
Yeah, and me.
Here's the thing.
Peter and Peter.
McAfee?
Pete and Pete.
I college game day is a younger man's game.
You'll get to feel McAfee's bicep.
That's a younger man's game, and I've done it, and it's so fun. I mean, to even be a part of college game day, you got to wake up at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
So we
Like
wouldn't
I would
even.
be picking you up at like 4 o'clock. In the
No,
morning.
see, no.
Yeah.
No, we're not doing that.
You're already awake anyways with your child.
No, not at 4.
Okay, my
Are
bad.
you saying that having a child means that you miss out on experiences? Is that what you're presenting here?
It makes you make different decisions
He
about
goes-
experiences.
He was like, "Are you buying?" And I was like, "I'll pay for parking."
Yeah, and that's the other
So,
team.
okay,
The get-in
you're-
price is like $180
Yeah.
for standing
but,
room
but
only.
what if you do the thing where you go in at the last second and you get something that's like $80?
See, you weren't necessarily turning this down because you have a 7-month-old. Your first response is, "Are you buying?"
Yeah. That's,
Well, I did look at the tickets.
it's expensive
to
currently.
even consider this, I would have to know the price. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, yeah.
So
no.
you make a smart decision financially, and you buy tickets at Reeser at the very top, you could see Autzen from the top of Reeser.
I was like, that's the wrong stadium. Right?
Grab a telescope.
You'll see and there's nobody around you. Concessions, no lines.
Or we just smoke ribs and watch it at your house. So we might just do that.
Which you guys...
You want to give me 15.5?
No.
You can't bet it. It's fucking stupid.
It's tough. 15.5 in a top 10. I don't know.
What don't you like about the line?
It's in the fucking single digits. If I'm telling you that this is a minimum 14-point game and it's at 7.5, there's no leeway for us to be flexible here. Because there's no chance I believe that this is even under 14.
Yeah.
At Autzen.
What's the total?
Coming off of a
55.5.
bye. Coming off of a fucking bye week. There's no chance.
That's going over. You think it goes over too?
Over what?
55.5.
I don't know if it
I'll
does.
take the over.
No, I want the over.
I don't know if it does.
Oh, it's Oregon scoring fucking 42.
I don't know.
Signetti can score.
42-14, 42-21. That's going over 55.
All right.
Never.
You don't want to
convinced me.
You don't bet the under. That's what Walsh said.
You don't want to take the under?
I would never take that under bet anyways.
Do
Why
you-
in the world would I
hold
do
on.
that
College
to
is
myself?
you can justify college because it's high.
Yeah.
But why would I do that to myself as a fan?
Okay, so no betting
that would be
there, it
stupid.
sounds like. But what about the Oklahoma-Texas game? Texas, a 1.5 point favorite
I'm not falling for that. Arch looks like shit.
Against
and
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma's on a roll right now.
Again, you have the Wed Wivel Wivel as they're at the Cotton Bowl, as my son would say.
He does talk about that rivalry a lot.
The Wed Wivel Wivel yeah, he sure does. But with a 42.5
Is that it for good games? That's all we got.
Well, no, I mean, like you have, let's see, other ranked games. You have Alabama, Missouri, which I don't think is going to be a competitive game. And outside
we have
of that,
a long-term bet on Alabama. You should be taking every opponent of Alabama right now,
I am.
like against me, as like an additional bet.
No thanks.
yeah.
Isn't Missouri like
So
okay?
you don't want?
What's
yeah,
the spread?
I mean, the spread Missouri is Alabama -2.5 game is in Columbia,
2.5.
Missouri. So
Because Missouri's good,
yeah, they're ranked 14th.
and
They're 5-0.
this is an away game for Bama.
5-0.
Let's do it.
You know, the quarterback, that guy, Ty Simpson from Alabama. Ever heard of him?
I have.
All right, cool. Me too. Good talk.
I'll take Bama at -2.5 if you want it for.
Ohio State, Illinois, minus.
that's a good one.
Well, Ohio State, if we're talking about top 25, on the road is a 14.5 point favorite against Illinois. So that's
Illinois
a fun
got beat
one.
last week again, didn't they?
No, they won.
No, they won.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They beat Purdue.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they beat Purdue. But
After
anyway,
September
so
27th, we really don't have
betting
much,
there.
huh?
No, not a ton. I mean, like, sometimes though, these weeks that don't seem to be terribly consequential, like last week, turned out to be quite the up and down type of week, and
Who's
we have
Washington
something to talk
have?
about.
I kind of want to watch all of their games
Washington?
now.
Who does Washington have? My grandma always said Washington.
Honestly, a lot of the games I've noticed that are like fun to watch are just the unranked games.
Yeah, Rutgers this next week there and then they've got Michigan, Illinois, Wisconsin, Purdue, Washington, Oregon at the end of the year could be quite the contest if Washington continues.
I was
to do
watching.
their thing.
I think it was UNLV, San Jose State.
Sure.
It was electric. It was a great.
Is it
game.
one of those 7:30 p.m. games too?
I think so.
I love those ones.
And it was just
Nevada versus San
just
Jose State. Or
everybody forgot how to tackle. Just missed tackles.
Fresno
everywhere.
State.
San Jose State is just that team that like they always have really good receivers and they don't play defense and it's just gonna be an air raid.
Yeah.
Fucking 40, 50.
And they always have that one like shifty Cooper Cup-esque receiver.
That puts up 170
Yeah.
yards,
Yeah.
200 yards per game.
If we turn our attention to the NFL, boys, we are officially not a jinx to Walsh's teaser. If you took his teaser last week, you would have cashed like we all did,
Yep.
which was
Booyah.
lovely. So
I didn't
thank
put that
you.
much money in it, but I just needed to see a bet
You needed to
in
see
the
it.
green.
You
This is
need
my
to see
first
one go
bet I
through the
hit
hoop.
this season.
Yeah. So obviously, like the back and forth there with the 49ers Rams on Thursday Night Football, that could have gone one way or another, because when I bet his teaser, I actually only got the Rams, I think, at like 5.5.
Oh, I got him at 6.
Yeah.
So overtime would have fucked us.
Right, because they had scored a touchdown, because the 49ers got the ball first, had they have gotten the touchdown to start, we would have been all screwed there.
Yeah.
Walsh was set because even if it had gone to overtime and that kicker made it, they were going to score a touchdown and win by 6, and he was at 6.5. I got him at 6. The over-under was the same, and then the last one was 9.5. It was fine.
Right, yeah.
So if I got it at 6 and I was sweating, and you got it at 5.5, it was a little stressful.
The game that actually stressed me out to start was actually that Lions Bengals game. It seemed like, so when we're talking about at halftime, you've got like 14, 17 points, and I'm like, is this gonna get up to? Are the Bengals gonna do anything? And then finally in garbage time, then the Bengals go and score 21 points. That score was way closer than the actual like competitive nature of that game.
Fuck Amon-Ra not scoring.
Did he
I
not?
had 2
Yeah.
bets that all I needed was for him to score, and I would have walked away winning 3 bets on the weekend, winning over $100.
This is the most frustrating thing about paying attention to the total points of the Lions Bengals, because it was in the teaser, right, at 36.5.
6.5, yeah.
So this is 2 weeks now that I've placed the total points teased down super low. I mean, from 26 to like 38, right, on some of the higher scoring games that you expect. 2 weeks ago, missed it by 1 leg. And then there was another one that I missed by the Chargers not covering against the Giants.
Sure.
And then I was looking at this, and I'm like, I'm fucked here, because this is going to fuck the teaser and fuck this big one. And then they start scoring, and I'm like, we're good. And all of a sudden, I check it again, and there's one game, and I'm done betting them for the rest of the season.
And who's that?
It's fucking Herbert and the Chargers. It is 2 weeks in a row
Yeah.
and 4 total bets where this so-called fucking top 5 quarterback could not put up more than 10 points. Could not cover the spread against the fucking Giants. Got murdered by a very average Commanders defense. And it was 27-10. I had it at 38.5. I just needed 1.5 points, and that was the one leg. You know that this was a dollar bet to win $220.
My gosh.
That was it. It was so fun.
You needed that just at 38.5 to get
I was 1.5 points. I needed a fucking field goal from anyone from the Chargers, but like I didn't
a bad beat.
expect that he's gonna put up 10.
Yeah, that's not
Yeah,
so
he
great.
did not look good at all.
The switch went from like, oh, the Lions and the Bengals, are they gonna put up enough? And all of a sudden the points started rolling, and then I look one below, and I'm like, what is the Chargers doing with 10 points?
Yeah.
So Chargers, Herbert,
Dead to
You're
you.
fired.
Completely done betting them.
Yeah.
I'll still take Quentin Johnston and Keenan Allen for like touchdowns though, but Herbert's dead. Oh, Herbert's 2 passing touchdowns also failed me in another parlay. That's why I'm completely done with him.
You want to know who did have 2 passing touchdowns?
Dillon Gabriel.
That's right, baby.
Again, 6 out of 7 legs. Herbert was the only one.
He played great.
Yeah.
They should have won that game.
They should have. In the London
Judkins
game.
is for real.
Yeah.
In
Great
which,
pickup for me.
Honestly, it was I was up. I volunteered
To be
just
up to
such
watch that game.
such a good dad and husband. Hey, sweetheart, I'll wake up early on Sunday to take care of
don't
Quinn.
worry. I
You
got
sleep
it.
in.
Yeah,
The
I
whole-
got this one.
So during our fantasy draft, I'm like, is Jerome Ford going to be the guy? And I kept going back and forth, and I drafted Judkins. I'm like, I got to take him because he's going to be the guy. And then the whole suspension and all of that shit was happening. And he had that thing next to his name. It says NA. And I remember dropping him and then picking up like Kareem Hunt, and I'm like, this isn't a good. I was doing all of this 2 weeks before the season opener. I'm like, he's still available. I'm gonna pick him up again, and then it says suspension upheld. I'm like, fuck. I'm gonna pick up Jerome Ford, drop Judkins again, and then 2 days before the opener, I'm like, I gotta get Judkins back.
There's just sometimes there's those guys.
I was the only one at the market passing the same fish to myself.
Just selling yourself and accidentally upselling your own fish.
I sat him for 3 weeks, and then as soon as I put him in, fucking points started coming in.
Dillon Gabriel, 19 of 33, 190 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. So
That's a
good for him.
respectable opening
You
game.
didn't lose them that game.
There is one flaw to that game for him, though. He did not want to throw to his number one receiver.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Judy had 2 receptions for 15 yards and like 3 targets.
I'll tell you who got activated, though. Njoku.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's his first touchdown of the season.
Yeah,
it took 5 weeks.
I mean, he had 2 touchdowns. He showed everybody in the
His
world
dick.
how big his dick is.
Judy, 2.
Was not anymore.
two
Things have
catches
changed.
for 15 yards. I did feel kind of bad. His first start, neither of his parents were able to go. Obviously they're in Hawaii, and he couldn't get his mom out in time. His dad didn't even have a passport or anything like that. So.
Yeah, and they were like, kept on making comments about how with the time difference there, it's what, 5 hours before us, so 2:30 in the morning or something
it's the
like
middle
that.
of the night. Yeah.
And they're like, bless their hearts watching the game at 2:30. And it's like, that's a cool thing to mention once. But like
they kept doing it.
and it's like, who wouldn't?
Right.
If your child is starting in their first professional football game,
Sure.
tell me the time and place, and
Right.
I'll be anybody would be awake. Like
entire
7 kids all playing football. They can't make an exception for one.
Entire countries will wake up to
Yeah.
watch Joker play in like the NBA
exactly.
finals.
It's
so,
like
yeah.
okay.
We get
Good
it.
for them.
Yeah, they
The
stayed up.
biggest flaw or red mark with Dillon Gabriel is that he played at Oregon. So it's really want to like the guy. He's like half Filipino, grew up in Hawaii. Same with Mariota. It's like 2
just
island
embrace
boys.
him.
Like if
He's
you just,
not a duck
If you
anymore.
just chose a different college,
What?
man,
He
it would
had.
be so
He went to
great.
all of
He
the
went
colleges.
to UCF, Oklahoma.
Yeah, he was everywhere.
Leaning more towards Mariota. He could have gone somewhere else.
Oh sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Let's
Imagine if he didn't and Johnny Manziel went to Oregon. That would have been crazy.
That whole story. I just heard that whole story like
You didn't
last
know.
week.
You didn't know that whole deal.
I mean, I heard that for the first time last week when Manziel was telling it on the
Yeah,
Shannon Sharp
he told the
podcast.
QB camp story.
Yeah. I don't think anyone wanted anything to do with Johnny football. And he just happened to be so fucking good. But like no one wanted to deal with how much of a head case he was
Yeah,
going to
he was
be.
a liability.
He was. Who also accidentally turned into a liability was DeMercado. What's his first name?
Mary.
Yeah.
This is so stupid. Why is this happening still?
Such a bummer. You know what? I actually heard about this being like a psychological thing about how the brain messes with you, and that like you basically like have a mental breakdown and you're ready to just like do the celebration. So all of your brain power just goes away because you're focused on not completing the job, but to just like get the dopamine rush of celebrating. And so it's like a whole psychological thing about like dropping something at the goal line like that.
Fix it.
Yeah, for sure. I saw that Shane Steichen, or is that their head coach, Steichen, or is that the Colts?
That he hit him?
Well,
No,
yeah, he got fined $100,000. The Cardinals coach did, and I assume it was
gave
for that
him like
interaction.
a punch on the. It was on the shoulder pad.
Yeah.
But like he gave him.
But dude,
I would be fucking pissed too. I don't think. I think we live in the world today where like even if you're in the wrong, people will justify reasons like, oh, this is a mental thing. But like, no, it's fucking wrong because you've been seeing this happen every fucking year. You saw it last week with the Colts guy.
Yeah.
Just put it in their contract. You have to bring it to the sideline. You have to take the ball with you, celebrate with it if you need to, but you need to take that ball to the sideline.
Yeah.
I wonder if you can associate a fine.
Maybe.
They
in
have,
your
I'm sure you
contract.
they
could.
have been people still fucking drop
Like,
the ball.
Yeah, that's $100,000 every time you fumble.
I think I saw or I heard. I'm gonna mess up the stat, but you'll get the idea. Is that teams that had the lead that they had, the 21-point lead in the fourth quarter, go on to win 1,200 plus times to 1, and now that was the second time in NFL history
That's another
ever
bet.
happened.
Arizona.
You can't, yeah.
I don't know. Just because the Titans are so bad that I'm like, if I have to pick one, I will at least take a plus money Arizona. How the fuck do they screw that up?
That whole play that also transpired was like so Cardinals as well, when then they're all going for the ball and it turns into a Titans touchdown in the end zone. It was like, and then Kyler Murray gets like an errant snap, and then it looks like they go and take him back for like concussion protocol. I'm like, these guys are an embarrassment.
I love the commentary on that where he's walking back to the locker room and the guys were going, is that from the ball hitting his helmet? And then they did the replay and they're like, okay, where did he get hurt? And all he did was like kind of bend over and lean forward a little bit and then not participate in whatever was happening in the pile. And they're like, so that was from the ball hitting his helmet?
Did he get woozy from that?
What the fuck?
Yeah, that was wild. One of the biggest collapses. In fact, I thought that game was in the bag. I think that I had the Cardinals in part of a round robin or something. Like, okay, that's fine. And then I actually saw everything after the fact. I'm like, what the hell happened? This is crazy.
And you saw Calvin Ridley come to life.
That's true.
Same with Njoku.
We missed a 78-point barn burner up in Seattle. We thought maybe we would go up to Seattle to see this Bucks and Seahawks game, 38-35. Baker Mayfield doing
The failed
Baker
Mitchell
things.
trip would have turned into the best NFL game
Yeah.
so far.
We only go to 80-point games, right?
That's true.
The Chargers and Browns
So we
game
should
was
have known
88
to
points.
make this trip
I'm pretty
happen.
sure. So we should have known.
I tell you what, I am absolutely falling in love with Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, and not
This
even
went from the guy, and this just proves the point that a lot of us have been saying, that if you make it to the NFL as a quarterback, no question, you are good enough. You are in a very small percentage of people that could play this game at this level. There's no such thing as like you just got lucky or you were surrounded by a bunch of skilled guys in college. Like, you're good enough. But your destination in the league matters so fucking much. Daniel Jones is absolutely looking like a fucking MVP. Baker, since Tampa Bay, it's like,
Darnold.
think about a bunch of quarterbacks that we're no longer talking about. That could have had this chance and they never did, right? A bunch of quarterbacks that have fallen off. But somehow Baker found it. He went through the Rams after the Browns, but now he found his home. I think Daniel Jones found his. Darnold played at an MVP level last year and is doing it again this year. It makes me feel bad for the handful of guys that never got the opportunity to experience not only a team, but like, you can see a team and an organization that is dedicated to having the players or the roster like work with your skill level. You're seeing it with Drake May, with how the Patriots are working around like, hey, this is what you have, and we're going to kind of play into your strengths. And you see a lot of teams going, you need to fit in with what we have. And the good ones, the Kevin O'Connells of the league, we're going to fit into you. We're going to play into your strengths and make sure that you're doing well. And I think that's what you're getting with Baker and a lot of these other guys.
Yeah, it is fun to watch. That game was electric.
The wild thing about Baker, and Baker has actually jumped significantly over the past couple of days
In the Heisman race?
in the MVP. But it was pretty wild that he was on Sunday was at plus 1,800 even after that win against Seattle, where Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Matthew Stafford, Jordan Love, Jared Goff, Jalen Hurts, and Justin Herbert, and I think even Jaden Daniels were all in front of Baker. And when you think about like when we have to think about, if people take it literally, most valuable player, I think that, like,
it's Joe Burrow every year. That's the definition of the award.
But I mean,
Joe Burrow every year.
But the Bucks would not be anywhere close to where they are without what Baker Magic has done.
MVP being either Baker or Daniel Jones would be awesome to see.
Yeah,
if they continue this.
But of course, you got Josh Allen at plus 150, and Patrick Mahomes of his 2-3 Chiefs at plus 400.
The guy that lost to the Patriots at home on Sunday night through 2 picks.
Right, exactly. So then, it's interesting now. I was hearing conversation like, oh, it's now the time to be concerned about the Chiefs, and this is now that they're 2-3. After seeing that game, and yes, I know that they lost on during Monday Night Football, but I actually left that week going okay, I actually feel better about them than I've probably ever have. And maybe that's a backwards way of thinking about it. But I was like, that turned into kind of a coin toss game. Yeah, Patrick Mahomes threw a pick six, 99 yards, but then they got it back and it all kind of equaled itself out.
I don't think that was I don't think the Monday night game was the Chiefs being bad. I think that was Trevor Lawrence and the Jags just fucking didn't stop fighting. Because after that fumble at the goal line, what I was expecting was a Chiefs fucking runaway, like a 42-0,
Sure,
42-3. But then what won it for them is that following drive. Trevor Lawrence just refused to fucking give up. I don't know if he had 300 yards rushing, but he was running everywhere.
Yeah,
and he scored 2 touchdowns. Stole it all from ETN. But I think that was a case of
who's counting?
The Jags and Brian Thomas, who's had a horrible season so far stats wise, coming out of nowhere and having a great game.
Yeah,
Hunter having a great fucking game. I think that's more of a credit to the Jaguars rather than the Chiefs didn't play up to their potential, because they did. They just lost to a better team.
And what's
night.
Interesting, there was that stat towards the end of the game where they were talking about last year the Chiefs were 11-0 in games decided by 1 score or less. Now they were 0-2 heading into that game. They're now 0-3 in those close games.
Kelsey looked fine. Kelsey had the normal Kelsey numbers.
Yeah, people were talking about, it's in the NFL script. Of course, Kelsey is going to get the first touchdown of the night coming off of the Taylor Swift album in which she is just praising his schlong in the song Wood. His love was the key to open her thighs.
The tinfoil hat takes of NFL fans just drives me nuts. It's okay, if this was all set up, you think they're having a meeting with the Jags defense going, Taylor Swift released an album.
Yeah, so on the 2-yard line.
So Kelsey's going to run a slant, and we need to make sure that he scores a touchdown.
Yeah,
okay?
please. And
make it look like you're covering him, but really don't.
Right.
It's is that what you think is happening?
Capiche?
Remember, this is all for Taylor.
Who is not doing the halftime show.
I also think that the game would have been a little bit different had Worthy been, because he wasn't 100%.
Right.
I think they forced to play him, but I think he got the ball, 4 or 5 times, but he wasn't. You can tell he wasn't 100%.
I think first things first. I think props to the Jags. The Jags that brings them to 4-1, if I'm not mistaken. They're definitely a team you're going to have to keep your eye on. I hope they can keep it up.
Defense is incredible.
I think they're a fun team. Love the throwback uniforms they wore. I think if you're looking at the Chiefs, though, this is definitely another tally in the concerned category, I would say.
Yeah.
Because they did look, a little better overall, to your point. But the Chiefs of old that we know win those games.
Yeah, they sure do. Yeah,
you have
they have that.
They show up defensively.
You have that win luck percentage.
You have to factor in injuries too. Though. It's not like I'm trying to justify these losses, but they are just as hobbled as a Ravens right now.
They're
missing. They have McDuffie, who's playing great, but Jones isn't 100%. They're sometimes that team that wins those less than a touchdown game, their defense bails them out, even with Mahomes fucking just slinging it like Brett Favre. But they're so hobbled on the other side that's the reason why, like, I will be concerned if they are healthy and they're losing these games, but they're missing a lot of pieces that's not playing right now, or the ones that are playing are like 50 to 60%.
And I know that the Ravens are significantly hurt. I think that they had like 9 starters. Like either
they don't have any corners.
They've got
Humphreys
nothing.
is fucking out. Safety's out. Their 2 linebackers are out. Like they're the replacements right now. They are pulling guys out off the street.
In their 4 losses this year, they have allowed 41, 38, 37, and 44 points. Not great, Jim. Not great. So, who is the best 4-1 team to choose from? You have the Colts, Eagles, Bills, 49ers, Bucks, Lions, and Jags are your 4-1 team. And then who is the worst 4-1 team?
Same again?
Colts, Eagles, Bills, 49ers, Bucks, Lions, Jags.
49ers is the worst 4-1 team.
Yeah.
And to me, it's between the Lions and the Colts.
As the best.
Yeah, because the Colts have a really good defense. And the way Daniel Jones is playing, the way Jonathan Taylor is playing, Pittman, Tyler Warren, who might be offensive rookie of the fucking year.
I picked him up after the draft.
Daniel Jones
in fantasy
does not look like what we've seen and how many years he's been in the NFL. Even when he was in college, like this looks like a fucking NFL like MVP quarterback. But I don't want to discredit. I don't want to take the number 1 spot. I would say 1A, 1B, just because I just want to laugh at everyone who wrote off Detroit because Ben Johnson was leaving.
For sure.
I mean, these guys have not lost a fucking step, dude. They're putting up 40-something.
Really good.
They had a week 1 blunder in which it kind of knocked everyone off kilter a little bit.
Oh,
but I tend to agree with you. I think that the Lions right there have answered the bell for sure.
Yeah, and I mean the Bills Patriots game. I didn't come away from that too concerned for the Bills.
Right, neither did I.
That was a trap game, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I will say, props to the Patriots. They looked like a team that could definitely ruin some playoff hopes. Maybe get into the playoffs. I don't think they're winning a Super Bowl this year.
That game doesn't concern me for Buffalo. It has just like confirmed what I've thought about Buffalo since the beginning of the season. They're just the same team to me. They're just the same team. I don't think they're going to be a postseason team, but they're going to fall short because Josh Allen is going to try to do too much and make mistakes.
Or James Cook won't show up like
well, you know. I wouldn't put this loss on James Cook. I don't think he got as many targets or touches as he did before, but because they were feeding their tight ends. I mean, Knox and Kincaid was like getting all the targets. And then Josh Allen was trying to do too much because he wants.
And that's what happens.
That's what happens when you do that. But the team that deserves the most props from this week, absolutely New England.
Yeah.
Because this isn't. You can say it was a trap game, but this team has looked different. Drake May has looked different. Having a 2-headed monster at running back with Henderson and Stevenson and then Diggs. Like, did you think about drafting Stephon Diggs?
He did.
I did.
And it screwed me this last week.
Because everyone was like, does he still have it? And then this guy's coming out of it.
The interview before the game, I was like, God damn, he's about to go off.
Did you bet on him too?
No.
You should have bet on him too.
You shouldn't be surprised at any Vrabel run defense.
That's true.
Vrabel run defense. And Josh McDaniels will always cater to his quarterback strengths. And they're showing that to you.
Yeah.
And to go back to your question, the best 4-1, the only reason I didn't do a runaway pick with Philly is because I don't like what they did this last week.
Yeah.
This last week's playbook was all catered to making A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith feel better.
Yeah.
They did not play Eagles football where they've been winning this season. They said, hey, we got guys complaining in the locker room. let's feed their ego. And what fucking happened when they did that?
Yeah.
They didn't play winning football. They were throwing it. And granted, Jalen Hurts could do that, but they didn't play to win. They played to cater to the guys that were feeling bad.
Devontae Smith had 10
Fuck that.
targets. He did have 8 catches on those 10 targets, Devontae Smith did. If I were to look at the game log, I would imagine that those 10 targets were a season high. Let's confirm. Do I have it?
Both him and AJ, I believe.
It was a season high there for Devontae, and then for A.J. Brown, it was not a season high. In
For targets?
Right.
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago, he had 9 targets. He just caught 3 of them.
Yeah. He
But-
got 2 of them, and then it was 6 for 10 against the
But
Rams.
just
a
like
few weeks
play to
ago.
win. I don't like what they did last week. That's what they lost, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
21-17 to
Dude,
the Broncos.
Even if they had won, I'm like, it wasn't an impressive game. Play how you've been playing and don't succumb to like your players talking in the locker room going, we need to, I just want to be involved. Like, fuck that. You're winning.
The Colts have the highest win points differential at plus 74. Part of that a little bit skewed from their week 1 against the Miami Dolphins, but the Detroit Lions plus 62 in their point differential as well.
I
So
do agree with you, though. There's probably nothing more frustrating than the team who can put up points and their number 1 receiver doesn't get a touchdown in the betting world. I would be fucking livid.
son of a... Well, Stephon Diggs had his nice little revenge game there and then went on Instagram Live and was dancing, and just like a bunch of his teammates were just naked in the background. That was awkward.
Yeah, and it does seem, maybe Cardi B has been a good influence on Stephon because he seems to have become a great leader and somebody you can really look
He's
up
going
to.
to be a daddy again, isn't
Yeah,
he? He's going to be a...
Watch him not have another
He
game
don't
like this
come.
the rest of the season.
Oh, my gosh. I can tell you a game I am not looking forward to this weekend. It is the Titans and the Raiders. No thank you on that one. So,
Dude, that's so hard to include that in any parlay. You don't know where that's going.
I mean, is that the one where
No,
you
that's
go ahead
an
and
under.
push the 13
no, I still
and a half?
won't do it. I just
That's
don't
an
think I
under.
would touch that game at all.
That's an under you bet and don't watch.
41 and a half, so you can tease that up to 54 and a half. All of a sudden, new teams
After
score.
you saw the Titans
It's
put up
just
22 points in a quarter and a half.
63-59 game.
Maybe. Your battles of the 4-1s, I guess on paper, the 49ers against the Buccaneers. But Mac Jones, man, he was going through it on Thursday Night Football. He was like looking like he needed to be carted off on a stretcher. That guy did. Let's see. The Browns are playing the Steelers. And
Hell yeah, brother.
You've got that. I would love to see the Steelers fall in misery, so go Browns on that one. The Bengals have the Packers, and guess who they now have at quarterback, boys?
Joey Flacco.
Joe
Flacco.
Motherfucking Flacco.
I know that this might not work salary wise, but I was hoping for Kirk. Just for the
Yeah.
Bengals' sake. Like, please, Kirk, I think is the best option here. But
I think
But
that
I-
probably the compensation would have been the same in terms of draft compensation, but just the dollars that Kirk Cousins commands was, too tough.
And the thing is with the receivers you have at Cincinnati, you just need somebody who can huck the rock out there. And
so
God damn it,
Jameis
Joe
or Kirk.
Flacco
Yeah.
can huck the rock out there.
What if this does this take the Bengals to postseason? Flacco has a 2012
And that's what some people
honestly-
are talking about. Yeah.
Honestly, that would not surprise me.
Especially an interdivision trade, which very rarely happens. A lot of people are criticizing that move. But let's
You
see.
think Browning is sitting
So
there
now-
going, it
now-
only took me 3 games, and I figured out how to get it to Jamar. Now I'm getting replaced.
Yeah. Well,
So Joe Flacco has played for 3 out of the 4 AFC North teams.
But also,
he's a journeyman.
the storyline of this Sunday is would it be like it would be fucking hilarious if Joe Flacco beats the Packers when he beat him with the Browns and then he beats him with the Bengals in the same fucking season.
Oh, that would be funny.
Let's see. Any games that you're looking forward
Matt
to? This
LaFleur just
weekend?
going, we can't beat Joe Flacco. We just can't. LaFleur.
Lions Chiefs on Sunday Night Football should be good, hopefully.
Man, there's a lot of parlays coming up on that one.
Bear-
That's 7 guys scoring
I'm
touchdowns.
interested in Bears Commanders as the second of the
That's
Monday
Monday,
Night Football games.
I think that'll be a fun game.
There's 2
Yeah,
Monday
I mean,
nights.
I think we're
Two
just
Monday night games.
we just remember the Hail Mary at the end of last year's game.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. That was
The difference that if you're not convinced that Jaden Daniels is a really good quarterback, the difference he makes being back there versus anyone else.
Oh yeah,
Like people wrote him off, and then he comes back and wins 27-10. Like the guy's really
well, and I mean, credit to Marcus Mariota, arguably the best backup quarterback in the NFL. And then I totally agree because I have Jaden in fantasy, and I was like, oh, should I start him? And then it's like, yeah,
of course. Yeah.
he's fine.
Might be time
Who's
for
the other Monday night?
The other Monday night is Bills Falcons. In Atlanta. Bills.
That could be a
3.5 point
fun
favorite.
game. I mean, hopefully the Bills come out and just try to get right, but that could be a fun game.
You want to bet any of these?
What do you guys think of the Bills uniforms?
I thought they were sick.
I didn't love them.
You didn't like them? The
thought
whites?
If you love them for Oregon, you don't like them for the Bills. That's essentially what Oregon does with like the little silhouette thing on the helmet.
I just think, and this is something that Oregon does that I don't like, is having the white jerseys with the light silver outline on white numbers.
I thought the Bills jerseys were fucking sick last.
It's just like, can we get like a solid color?
The man wants some contrast.
Like the white to silver to white is not.
It's tough.
Like
I
when
mean,
they're
as an announcer,
turning-
absolutely.
Well, and they kept on mentioning it. Like, sorry, we don't know who that is.
We have
can't
no idea.
see the number.
Yeah, be considerate to the announcers trying to call the
Because
damn game.
I mean, I think the concept.
Collinsworth is old.
Yeah.
They're both old.
Here's a guy.
Because I do.
Here's a guy. I don't know who it is.
I like the concept, and I love that the NFL is allowing more helmet options. But that it was just a little tough on the old eyeballs.
If the Dolphins lose at home to the Chargers this weekend, does Mike McDaniel have a job as a 1-5 head coach still? Will changes need to be
Does
made?
Mike McDaniel want a head coaching job for the Dolphins as a 1-5 coach?
Right.
What sober guy do you think cares what happens? Or what drunk guy do you think cares what happens to him? This dude's been fucking wasted every game he's
Yeah.
coached. He's probably like, whatever.
Yeah.
I think the better question
Fun fact, recovering alcoholic, I'm pretty sure Mike McDaniel.
Oh, but he's ripping the weed bag.
Yeah.
He
He's
ain't
got,
he ain't
I
no
remember
quitter.
the
He's not
playoff
recovering.
game where he was sucking on the
He's
the
got
vape.
the oxygen tube just
I think
mainlining.
a better question for that game is if the Dolphins beat the Chargers, can we stop talking about the Chargers as a postseason team and Herbert to be in an MVP
Miguel,
running?
I gotta be honest. You talk about Justin Herbert and the Chargers
I know,
more
you
than
are.
either of us.
You're obsessed. You are.
You're in love with him.
It's actually romantic. That is a Taylor Swift callback. You're welcome.
That's
okay.
it's no different.
And moving on.
Yeah.
It's no
Listen
different.
to the album.
It's
It's
no
a Cardi B
different
did or
than me
Charlie
thinking
XCX
that you guys
did.
talk about Oregon because we're around each other all the time. But you
I
always
know-
assume that I'm the only one talking about Herbert when
And
every
I'm
ranking
definitely-
he's in the top 5.
I definitely give you a hard time because I know that we both talked about him.
I
at length,
haven't seen
especially with Harbaugh.
I haven't seen a quarterback ranking, I think, in the last 3 years where Herbert is not below Jalen Hurts.
Yeah,
Like, not one.
that's
Say that again.
I have not seen a quarterback ranking in like from Barstool, from CBS Sports, from every outlet that I follow, where Herbert was not ahead of Jalen Hurts. A guy that's made it to Super Bowls every postseason, like he's always been below him.
The
Yeah,
prototypical
the-
white
the-
quarterback
the-
that we
the,
all
The
love.
slander of Jalen Hurts, I will admit, is it's Unnecessary. And especially this week is a great example because people have been saying, oh, the Eagles are winning, but Jalen Hurts isn't passing the ball. He's only had, such and such passing yards, blah, blah, blah. And then this game he comes out and he throws 350 yards and they lose. And they're like, oh, well, Jalen Hurts sucks. It's like, just give the guy a break. He's a winner.
Underneath those rankings, you might as well put white power.
Oh my God! So the Lions might be a good value play at plus 114. They are 2.5 point underdog to the Chiefs on Sunday Night Football. It is at Arrowhead, so the possibility of that. Let's see. The Seahawks are plus 100 on the road against the Jags. The Jags, who knows? Maybe there's a trap there with such a high emotional game there. Other possible value plays, your Browns at plus 205 to the Steelers.
While you're going through this, technically when we made the big college football day bet, we were at a $30 difference, so it wasn't like it didn't tip the scale big time. You won $30.
Okay.
So do we want to place some bets here with house money?
Do you want to do a straight up bet with Lions Chiefs?
Let's just do a bunch of unless the spread is like insane. Let's do a bunch of straight up ones.
Just you and me.
Well, this guy doesn't gamble against us anymore.
Right.
So.
A bunch of straight up bets. So would you want the Lions or the Chiefs?
Who would you want? I'm kind of 50-50 on that. I feel like I'd take either. And it's a 2.5.
It's at 2.5.
Yeah. What's your feeling?
Hold on. Lions.
All right, I'll take the Chiefs.
Okay, cool.
So you want to just do like 20?
Sure.
On each? Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else?
1,000.
I don't think our house money is close to that.
2,000. Let's see. Eagles, Giants, no thanks. What other action might I want?
The Jags.
Jags, Seahawks.
I like that. That's kind of even. What's that?
It's 1.5.
Yeah,
Seahawks and Jags. Do you have an opinion there? So I chose this for time. You pick this one.
Where is it?
Jacksonville.
I'll take Seattle.
Okay, I will take Jacksonville.
Anything else?
I actually kind of like that for me. Nope.
I'm gonna
because
bet on the Browns to win. That's for sure.
No other good ones that are even like that?
49ers and Tampa Bay Bucks. That's a straight 3. But again, I don't think either of us like the 49ers. So,
is it Mac Jones still?
I think so. Yeah.
I'll take him.
You will?
I'll fucking gamble.
All right.
Where is it?
Tampa Bay.
Ah, fuck. Yeah, I'll take it.
What's the spread on the Browns-Steelers?
Browns-Steelers spread is a 5.5 point favorite for the Steelers. So they're flexing another 2.5 against that traditional home favorite.
So are we just doing 3 for 20 each?
I think so.
So I have the Niners.
Because other stuff there is a little bit too...
There's nothing else that's close enough?
The Patriots and Saints game is alarmingly closer.
No.
I can't. It's Spencer Rattler.
Yeah.
I don't know if I trust
Let's see. Monday Night Football, Chicago and Washington, but that's not close. So
what's the Atlanta Buffalo one?
Atlanta Buffalo
Penix guy.
is only 4.5 in favor of the Bills.
In Atlanta?
Yeah.
Give me 7 on that. I'll take it.
I'm not going to.
Right. So we got an extra 3 points.
Yeah.
So I have the Niners for 20.
Yeah.
I have the Chiefs for 20.
Yes.
And I have Seattle for 20.
Correct.
Straight up.
Downtown.
Straight up, straight up. Straight up and down.
You want to take any? I'll take the Steelers against the Browns.
See,
With
so
the points?
5.5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want me to read you guys the lyrics to Wood, or should we just go? His
Wait, do you
love
wanna
was
take
the
it?
key.
Shh, how much?
20. 20.
What's my, how much?
If you ask for odds, I swear to fucking God.
Let me finish my fucking statement. You
What game
are
are we
in the
talking
hole
about?
to me 100, right?
Oh yeah, you got house money too.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll do 20.
For which game?
I'll take the Steelers plus. Is it minus 5.5?
5.5.
And
This
you
is the line. There.
Where is it? Pittsburgh.
It's in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, cool. I got DK in fantasy, so I'd rather cheer for
Yeah,
him.
I'll take that.
Cool.
20 Bonarellis, 5.5.
20 Matt Bonners.
Put it on the docket.
You
On the Tyler docket?
You can't bet money line against Braxton. It'll either be points or a 17
I know.
to 1.
He's like Mr. Wonderful.
Yeah.
He's always like, oh,
I
I want this in perpetuity.
Yeah, I need my reoccurring revenue.
Yeah.
He's peeking out of the manhole. What are my odds?
I want no stake in the company, but I want 50 cents of every unit.
What's the word? Never mind. Continue.
Residual?
Yes, thank
there
you.
it is. Well, I'm about to Never mind. There it is.
Jesus
We're done
Christ.
with it.
Okay. Hey.
Oh,
Let's
I mean,
go.
we don't need to talk about it. Yeah, whatever.
What a way to end a podcast.
Hopefully we find out what's going on with Mitch's birthday next weekend, so we know whether or not we're gonna go up to the lake. Did you want to do that?
Sure.
I think push the lake to celebrate his birthday just with the boys. Because I like it's Ron's idea, but if she hasn't planned anything at this point, like maybe
Boys trip. Boys trip.
Yeah. That might be a hard sell, but we'll see.
she's not listening.
And now neither is anyone else. Goodbye.
Clear eyes.
Full hearts.
Can't lose.